What is your name and where are you from?
My name is Sylvester. I'm from Essex.
Essex, where's that at?
It's in England.
Is it?
Yes.
So should we do this in a British accent?
Yes, we shall.
Okay, let me ask you this then. What's your biggest accomplishment in life?
So my biggest accomplishment must have been sailing to America.
Sailing to America?
Yes.
Alright. What is you doing for New Year's Eve? You gonna be inside or outside?
Drinking is what I'll be doing, to be honest. Maybe with some chums, maybe alone.
You gonna be inside or outside?
I'll be outside, of course.
Okay.
Love the outdoors, no matter what the weather. I must.
Alright. Next question. Have you got any tattoos?
I have a few, but I can't show them to you.
Now what do they mean
Quite
to you?
hidden.
What do they mean to you?
Well,
If anything.
I'd say my favourite one just represents the sea. How
Okay.
much I love the sea.
Alright. Now what would you miss the most about England? If anything.
The weather.
The rainy weather.
Yeah, the rainy weather.
That's what all the British people are trying to get away from, but you actually miss it.
I miss it big time, yeah. I miss my chums. Miss the old pubs back in this. I miss my...
Okay, now I like to ask people this question generally. What is some places that I need to visit in England? If any.
Well, I'd say you definitely need to go to Essex. Don't visit London. London is shit. Don't go there.
Don't go to London.
No, never go to London.
Okay.
London's where all the worst people in England live.
Okay. Now, if I was to give you, if I was to grant you 3 wishes, what would they be?
I'd say
Or is you like perfectly content with your life right now?
I'd say to make me happy without the bottle,
Okay.
and to let me be content by myself, not need companionship from other people.
So to be independent.
To just be content without anything. Yes.
Right.
That's really my number one wish. I don't need 3.
Okay.
I'm sick of the vice. I'm so sick of the crutches.
Right. So what have been some game changers in your life?
Coming here was one of the biggest.
Coming to America.
Coming to America, yes.
Now let me ask you this. What was your first impressions of America when you first got here?
Beautiful. The nature here is wonderful. The
Yeah.
animals. The way the people were living with the animals was everywhere. It's really a shame that what we did.
How important is marriage to you? Do you see yourself getting married?
Nah, I don't see myself getting married. I don't think marriage is... I think it can go well, possibly, but I think most of the time it's just a strange social agreement. Ruins people, ruins children.
Okay, so it's not important to you.
Not important.
Ancestry, how important is that to you?
Well, ancestry is important to everyone, whether you want to admit that or not.
So is you the type of geezer to sort of look up your ancestry or to go through your DNA and find out where your ancestors came from?
Yes, I mean, it's been told to me by my father and my grandfather. It's passed down as a very, it's very important in my family. For some reason.
Okay, next question. What is the weirdest thing that anyone's ever said or done to you here in this park?
Yeah, that's what well, these things right here you got here are very strange.
So doing an interview, this is the strangest thing right here.
Yeah, these things that they get pointed at me all the time. They confuse me to death, anger me. I don't mind when I agree to it, but they get put in my face all the time when I'm not there.
Oh, right. So you don't like it when people are invading your privacy?
Nah.
Okay. No.
Happens much too often.
That's
Because people are nosy here.
Yeah. So you prefer for them to keep the space, to maintain the distance?
Yes, they come here expecting a show of some sorts, and they're kind of like in the audience, and they presume me to be an actor because I may be a bit different than them. So they feel the need to shove these in my face.
Okay.
Don't
So that
appreciate
bothers
that
you?
at all. No, it bothers me very much. Yes.
Okay. Do you speak any foreign languages?
Un petit.
Français.
Français. Un petit.
Okay. Is there any sort of phrases that you could tell me in French? If not, we'll skip that as well. Now, where have you been? States, countries?
Well, I've been around. Been to France, and I've been to Spain. Been to Italy, and then I came here.
What countries would you like to visit in the future?
I'd really like to go down to Africa.
To Africa?
And Asia, and all those interesting places.
Yeah.
Really, you know,
Yeah.
quite sick of the Western world.
Yeah, you've had enough of this.
Yeah.
Now, what's the nicest thing anyone's ever done for you?
Well, I had someone back home that really loved me, really took care of me even when I didn't think that I deserved it. And I'd have to say that was the nicest thing, was just to love me. Show me care.
Right.
And I was down.
Now, what's the dating scene looking like here in New York?
Well, I mean, it's all a matter of what you're trying to accomplish. Personally, me, I'm kind of done with all that. Not a fan of it. Just leads to stress and pain and a lot of wasted energy, if I'd say so myself. But that's just coming from an old resentful geezer, so
Now, let me ask you
let
this.
someone else answer that.
In terms of dating, what has worked for you and what hasn't?
Well, I need someone that can understand me and can appreciate me for what I really am, you know, my highs and my lows. It's hard to find a nice person to understand me. I feel somewhat of a spectacle to most.
Can you do any impersonations?
I have a pretty good American, if I do say so myself.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a bit like this. Hey,
Alright.
hey, I'm from America.
Oh.
I'm from New York.
Uh-huh.
I love beer and steak and football. Yeah.
Can you do any like John Wayne impersonations at all?
Well, I can do a pretty good Southern accent, but I don't know if I can do John Wayne specifically. But he's a bit like this, ain't he? He's a bit like a cowboy.
Sounds about right.
This town ain't big enough for the both of us.
I like that. I like that. That
I
sounds
like those old
legitimate.
westerns. Those are fun.
Yeah. Now,
So
what's a good
cowboy.
place to film these kinds of videos in New York?
Well, I think you found a pretty decent spot right here, as you know. You've been to Tompkins, there's some people over there that you might like to talk to.
Right.
St. Mark's and all those places I'm sure you're very aware of. But I don't know, it could be interesting too to get a different taste of New York. Go to Brooklyn and see who's around there. Go uptown,
Yeah.
go to the Upper East Side where all those rich lads are and see what they're doing. You know?
Yeah. Have you got any special talents at all?
Pretty good sailor if I do sound so myself. I like to sing songs, but it doesn't mean I'm any good at it.
Uh-huh. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
I see myself relaxing in a houseboat with my cats.
Still here in New York or somewhere else?
Yeah, off the side of it, yeah. Just me cooking with my cats. No alcohol, no anything. I want to be free. I want to be free from the bottle, be free from everything. I'm sorry to bring that up. It's on my mind.
What kind of videos do you watch?
Kind of, sorry.
Videos.
Video? Oh no, I don't watch anything really. I don't indulge in these right here. I think they can be quite useful, but I think they can also kill a lot of people's time and energy and all that other stuff, all that good stuff.
So I see here you've got some friends with you.
Yes, these are some friends that I've
How did you become friends?
Well, we seem to have just ran into each other, met randomly.
Okay.
This park right here is a good place to meet people. They seem to like me. I don't know. I don't know if they. I don't know.
Right.
I'm quite skeptical of that, people.
Okay.
Part of me thinks they like to keep me around because I'm a big.
You're a big strong man.
No, not a big strong man.
He was like a bodyguard.
No bodyguard. A jester, a fool of sorts. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So you was like entertainment.
Yeah, entertainer. Yeah. So I don't want to be, but that's how people seem to have molded me, painted me. Turned me into.
So you was an entertaining bloke.
No, I'm not an entertaining fuck. People want me to be. People think I am because I'm a bit different.
Alright.
So I don't come from the same place and the same time. I don't know.
Maybe it's because you was British.
Maybe it's because I'm British. Maybe it's because I came here from the 1600s as well. I don't know.
Right. You've got a different perspective.
Yeah.
Now, what apps do you use, if you don't mind me asking?
No, I use no electricity, my friend.
You're not on the.
No, I'm not on the phone. I'm not on the light bulbs. I'm not on the gasoline. I'm not on anything. I use candles and fire to cook my food. I drink from the river.
What kind of questions would you ask if you was doing the interview?
What I would ask you?
Or anyone, let's say you was doing this interview right now. What would you ask these people out here?
I would say, what are you doing out here?
Do you make?
Why?
So you don't make videos at all?
No, I don't make any videos. No.
It must be hard,
This
to
is
be
one of
be
my
young.
First, I suppose.
It must be hard to be young and then not really connected with the technology.
I'm not very young, my friend. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I may look. I appreciate that, but I don't know.
You've got a baby face, is what it is, isn't it?
No, sorry.
You've got a baby face.
A baby face, yes. I've been graced with a nice baby face for somehow.
Okay. Now, nature versus nurture. Do you reckon you would be where you're at today if you was raised by a different family in a different setting?
Of course.
Let's say you was raised right here in New York.
Yes, I'd be quite different. I was raised in New York, and this time be a lot more connected. I feel a lot less out of tune.
Okay, finally, last question.
A lot more harmony.
Did you want to give a shout out to anyone?
Shout out.
Anyone who's inspired you, anyone who's stood by you at your times of need, or people, your friends, your family.
Well, I'd like to say hello to my friend, to my chum, Edmund. Back in Essex, and
okay.
Just I'd like to thank the sun and the moon for really guiding me and protecting me. That's all I'd like to thank. My cats.
Okay. All right.
Titi.
Thank you for the interview. And would you mind if I uploaded this to the internet at all?
Feel free.
Okay, fantastic.